What's up, guys? So I'm working on the tail lights for the 93S. They've been sprayed with some of that VHT nightshade or something equivalent. It's just not my style, so I'm gonna try to strip them off today. I'm just using just a bucket of water. Got maybe a pump or two of some dish soap. I'm using 800 grit wet sandpaper. Just throw the sandpaper down in there, let it soak a little bit. Whenever I start on them, I usually put like a shirt or a towel in my lap, and then I put the tail light. It's just easier to flip and control that way. But I'll always splash them with water and then take the sandpaper to them. It does take a little while, but the 800 grit doesn't leave any gouges. It's going to scuff it. We're going to be cleaning that up with just a clear coat with bonds to plastic. And so I've already got one of them done. I haven't cleaned it off with alcohol or clear coated this one yet. But I mean, it's just lightly buffed. You can see a few just minor scratches, and that'll all go away with the clear coat. Hell, it'll go away if I just get it wet. But that's what we're doing today. The hardest part, man, there's actually best seat on this one. You can see those numbers, just like it says Stanley, like RR1136, but they hold a lot of paint, so whenever you're sanding, it's really hard to get the black off there, but just stay on it, it'll come off. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not as bad as these taillights look. Alright, so I got another half done. This literally only took me about 5-7 minutes. I pointed out some letters that were raised right here that I thought was going to give me a lot of issue getting the paint from behind them. But I was actually able to sand all those letters off pretty easily. It's just like a plastic ABS stamp or whatever. But it wasn't too bad. Alright, so I got one of the taillights painted. Turned out pretty good. I'm just using this Rust-Oleum. It's clear, it's good for plastics. But yeah, they're coming out pretty good. And here's the finished product. I think they look a lot better. Now this same process works for headlights. If you have a plastic headlight that's got a lot of calcium built up on it, do the same thing, wet sand it with about 800. Then clear coat it. It'll turn out decent. I actually did that to my SI. I mean, they were horrible. They don't look the best now, but they look 100 times better than they did. You can see the little chrome bulb cover fell off. So next, I think I'm gonna paint these black. I might take a small paintbrush and just try to get these seals back black. Whenever they repainted this, I mean, the paint job's good, but they really didn't care too much about taping off. Oh, and this one back here, that drives me nuts. I thought about doing the third brake light because it's a VHT nightshade as well. I did go ahead and put that system in my car yesterday. Upon removing the back glove boxes, I actually found the caps for these that are not VHT, and I want to put them back, so that's kind of an encouragement to just go ahead and do this one day. I want to paint this black just because I know it's not supposed to be blue. Kind of drives me crazy. So I forgot to close out this video, so I figured I'll just show you this. If you look back here where your target top strut goes, there's actually a nice little hole right there. It feeds all the way back to where if you take your rear personal glove boxes behind the seats out, it's pretty simple to get these wires back here. I left a lot of slack in my wires because I have everything screwed down to my spare tire compartment, just in case I have trouble getting to it. Like, maybe that slack will help me out a little. Oh, and this is a new steering rack for the SI. I went and bought a 3/8 thread to barb. I guess the quarter is in there with it. Yeah, so I bought a 1/4 inch barb to thread and a 3/8 barb to thread, and that'll fit 1/4 inch, the 3/8, and then I'm gonna loop the system, delete and power steering. Del Sol's EGs, they have this other valve. You just need to block it off. I've heard a flywheel bolt fits in there perfectly, which I have a few sets of. So that should be good. A long time ago, I deleted the power steering in the SI, and I did not loop the system. So of course, absolutely all the fluid came out, destroyed the seals. And so I have the most ridiculous torque steer in the world. That'll be fixed soon. Alright guys, well, I appreciate it.